Anfield, of course, today at 4:30 at Anfield. It is Liverpool. It is Manchester City, the champions. I can't wait. Huge build-up. There's still that niggle whether Ibu Kanate is available or not. Let's see. Next few hours will tell. Nice cup of coffee. It's a Sunday morning. We'll have a little chat about it. Hit the like, hit the share. You know what to do. What are your thoughts on the big game today at Anfield? It's going to be interesting. It really is going to be interesting. I think about an hour before, so you're talking 3:30, 3:20, something like that, when the team comes out, who's available, who isn't available. I think that really sets it in stone on whether you can predict the result or whatever. I think this game might have a little twist in it, and I think Klopp will have to be unpredictable, as they say, and probably, mix it up. I mean, obviously, we all know about Haaland. I mean, Erling Haaland is on fire. We've got to keep him quiet. But it's not only Erling Haaland for City. I mean, you Foden there. He started the season really, really well. There's other players there. We'd be careful. Bernardo Silva. I mean, there's Grealish. There's other players there. It's not just Haaland, Anfield Lark, really just hope we get in their faces. Absolutely, my friend. We've got to start fast. We've got to start fast. We got to get at them. No silly goals. Got to get the Pep Linders intensity book out and start reading it on the bus in. I think that's what they've got to do. Get that book out and read it on the coach into Anfield, where all the Pyro boys will be out. North Red is in as well. How are you, my friend? Hopefully you're well. Massacre today, says North Red. I wouldn't quite say that. But we do need intensity. Anfield Lark is absolutely right. But we need to start the first 10, 15. Get the crowd. Get the 12th man. Anfield, of course, is. Get them on our backs. Get them on City's backs. Get them with us. Also, nothing silly. Just simple stuff. Keep it tight. Like any manager, any level of football, that's what they do. Keep it tight. If we can get the goal first, obviously it's better. But if we let in an early goal or stupid early goal, it's it's Mount Everest, especially against City. Easy to keep it tight. First 20, right? Says North Red. Yeah, it's very easy. But no, it's not easy, obviously. But that's got to be Klopp's mantra. Other than that, he just says, listen, just go for it. Go for it. We've nothing to lose. Well, it's not as if we're going to win the league or anything, but he's not like that, is he? I think he'll go 4-3-3 today. I'd be surprised if he plays 4-2-3-1 today. I'd be really surprised. He could. I mean, he might be unpredictable. Maybe City, maybe Pep's thinking that he's going to play 4-3-3 and he won't, and it'll catch Pep off guard. Maybe that's possible, but I just think it's a big game. It's a big game for us for the very fact that even to get something out of it and a performance out of it, everybody's written us off for this game. Absolutely everybody's written us off for this game. City don't have a great record at Anfield. Let's put that on the table for us. They just don't have a good record at Anfield, and we've had worse teams than this that City haven't come and won. So I think most of that was down to the crowd and being Anfield itself and Pep overthinking it. And let's hope he overthinks it today. I really do. He has a habit, let's say, of overthinking big games. We've seen what he did against Chelsea in the Champions League final. He's done it once or twice against Liverpool, where he's overthought it, and instead of just going simple, play the game, pick your best players in their positions and just go for it. Picking players out of position and doing this and that, and it just hasn't worked for him. So I'm hoping there's a bit more of that from Pep Guardiola today. But just Klopp, I mean, Ibu Kanate is the big one. I mean, he will sort of really fuck up the defence if he's not playing today. I mean, if he doesn't play today, you have to see Gomez coming in with Van Dijk, and without Trent there, Robertson would probably come in for Tsimikas on that side. So Robbo would come in. Tsimikas can play right full and left full, so Tsimikas could come in. And because he's a natural fullback, okay, he's left-footed, but still, I would play Tsimikas in Trent's position, and I'd have Gomez with Van Dijk, and I'd bring Robbo in on the other side. So you're not as lopsided, and defensively we'll need to be at it today. It's no use playing Milner there. Milner can only really give you 20, 25 minutes now. It's just simple the way it is, So that's what I would do. The midfield then, if he goes 4-3-3, I think it has to be Hendo, Thiago and Fabinho. I mean, if he's going to go 4-3-3, that's your midfield. And up front, Salah, Fabinho, both now in form since the midweek. Question is, does Nunez play or is it Jota? That's the big one for me. Is it Nunez or is it Jota? I don't know. Sorry, lads, I'm a realist. We have stood still in transfer market. FSG won't go out on the limb. They should have rewarded Klopp with a huge transfer window for his efforts so far. We need them. Look, there's nothing we can do about it now. The window doesn't open until January, lads. We've got to what we have. We've got to sit with what we got. It's no use. We've got to sit with what we got and go for it. We've got to sit with what we've got and go for it. We can't do anything else. We can have the FSG out flags in January, but now we've got to get behind the team. We've got to get behind the team today. Big up, Dave. Glasgow Red chats. John, how are you, John? Hope you're well. Hope he's checked out my chat with ex-Liverpool and Rangers fullback Gregory Vignal. I did a video with him, chat for about half an hour yesterday. Very interesting. Talking about Gerard Houllier. He sadly passed away. He's good friends with Gerard Houllier, and he was talking about training with the likes of Stevie G and Michael Owen and stuff like that. And he's doing coaching badges himself. He won the league with Rangers, actually, in 2004-05 season. And he won the League Cup. So he won the league and, he won the league and the League Cup with Rangers in 04-05. But then again, if he would have stayed with Liverpool, he would have won the Champions League, wouldn't he, in 05? But I mean, it's, that's the way it works and that's the way it is. But he's going to get his badges. And I think you're going to see this guy in the Premier League at one stage. I really do. I think you'll see Gregory Vignal. Remember that name, Gregory Vignal. He's finishing all his badges by next year and he'll be a pro license. So smash the likes, says Anfield Road TV. I'm actually doing this live on YouTube. It's not StreamYard, so I can't bring anybody in. So it's actually live on YouTube, not StreamYard. I just thought I'd pop in for about 20 minutes or whatever. So I can't ask anybody to come in because YouTube doesn't allow you to do that, does it? Yeah, fantastic interview, mate. Thanks, Glasgow. I know you like Rangers, so I thought you might like that one. But guys, as I say, the big thing for me today is attitude, and it's the crowd. I mean, Klopp can't control the crowd, but you can control the crowd if the team are up for it and the first 5-10 and they're getting stuck in and they're doing all the right stuff and they're confident. That can control. That can be like an orchestra to the crowd, and that can make the crowd go, because I'm sure it will be. You'll know when the pyros and the pyros out for 3:30 or 3 o'clock when the buses arrive up Anfield Road, and that's when you'll know the atmosphere. Usually, in big games with atmosphere, if it's going to be one of those days. You know what I mean? And I just had a feeling yesterday about today's game. I really did. Everyone expects City to win. Haaland score. All this. Football in life isn't quite that simple, is it? I mean, if Liverpool turn up, which they could, I think we can get a draw. A win, for Liverpool to win, I think might be a little bit too much or not being too realistic. But I think it's possible. But is it possible City will win? Yes. Is it possible Liverpool will win? Not so, but possible, yes. Is it a draw? I think the draw looks, score draw, 2-2, 1-1, something like that. Seems to be the thing that's more likely. But you just never know. We've been at games. I mean, the 3-0 against Barcelona, we had a weird team out that night at Anfield. I know it was a different game, Champions League and stuff like that, but we won 4-0. Who would have predicted 4-0? Without the likes of Salah and stuff like that. So, you just don't know. So, you never know. It'd be a huge boost, even a draw. It'd be a huge boost for us. We West Ham midweek at Anfield, and of course, the following weekend we Forest away. Which is a bit tricky when Forest aren't doing quite as good as they probably thought they would. And I would have thought. Set Gaming and Anfield Football. You never walk alone. How are you, bro? Hit the like, hit the share, guys. I really have a good feeling about this, says John. 3-2, baby. 3-2. Yeah, look. I mean, just go for it. I mean, as you say, it's even if we did lose, it's not the end of the world. But the only thing will be one record would go today if we did lose. If Virgil van Dijk starts, which 100% sure he will start, he has not lost a game at Anfield since he started in the Premier League. I'll repeat that again. He signed for us in January 2018. Virgil van Dijk has not lost a Premier League game at Anfield that he has started. What? So let's hope that record continues today. And there's only a few teams that could possibly take that record away, and one of them, probably the only one you think, would be City. So if we can get some sort of a result today and Virgil can keep that intact, it should be good for the season, really, shouldn't it? But yeah, look, it's important. I'm going to do I'll do an instant match reaction if I don't do a watch along today. So I'll definitely do a match reaction straight after, 5 minutes, whatever, after the game. I'll do some sort of live show straight after, no matter what the result. I did a live match reaction the other day after the Rangers game, and I did it live on YouTube. I didn't do it on StreamYard, and I got over 12,000 views, and I had over 300 in live. I don't know whether it's YouTube with their algorithms. They probably don't like you using StreamYard. I don't know, something weird like that. But I'll do a quick 20-minute instant match reaction straight after the game, so have your notifications on. Let's hope I'm in a happy mood and you guys are in a happy mood, because if you are, that means we got a result that we like, So hit the like, hit the share. Let's get it up to 10 likes. Let's go. It's weird, YouTube, isn't it? You just don't know when you go live how many you're going to get on. 10 people, or you're going to get 100 people or 1,000 people. You just don't know. That's the inconsistency of YouTube as well, isn't it? But it's crazy. But as I say, guys, today, look, I just think it's important. The start is important. We haven't started well. Our first halves have been terrible. We've generally been better second half, so it takes us so long to grow into the games. And usually, when you're playing a top team, you've got to start good because it's hard. It's just so much harder when they score. To build yourself back up, it is so much harder and harder to get going. And some big games on today, some terrible games yesterday, wasn't there? A lot of 0-0s and draws and some horrible games yesterday. But the big boys are out today on Sunday, Super Sunday as they call it. The big boys are out, so it should be interesting. But I'm positive enough. Let's have a look at this team. As I say, Ibu Kanate is the one for me. I think that changes it for us. I mean, if he's fit and available beside Van Dijk, it changes it slightly for me. You can play Gomez then on the right side. You can bring Robbo in. Or even keep Simicas there, but I think Robbo will start today. And then it's a question of, does he go to 3 in midfield or does he go to 2-3-1? That is the big question. Mosalah, who's your first 11? And Tarmizi, good morning. Thank you, my friend, for popping in. It is the morning. What time is it here? It is just gone 11:30 in the morning here in Dublin. So yeah, well, my 11, as I said, if he goes 4-3-3, which I think he will go 4-3-3, it all depends on Ibu if he's fit. So I'll have Alisson a goal. Ibu, if he's fit, of course, with Van Dijk. I'll have Gomez then at right back, and I'll bring Robertson in on the left. Then in midfield, I'd have Thiago, Hendo, Fab. I just think he has to do that. I'd have Hendo and Fab there. Thiago just slightly ahead, feeding the front three boys. And I think if he goes 4-3-3, it will be Mo, Bobby, Jota. I don't think he plays Nunes in that three. I just don't think. Have Nunes on the bench to come on. I mean, you can't drop Bobby, he's on fire. Can't drop Salah after that hat-trick midweek. And I think Jota did brilliant when he came on. He'll give problems. He will give big problems. Now, you could play Jota or you could play Nunes. That would be the stick or twist. I don't know, but that would be the team I'd go for. Maybe he'll blow it all out the window and he will go as 4-2-3-1 and play Nunes up front in the zone, have Jota, Salah, Bobby just in behind. And he'll have a Thiago and maybe a Hendo. Who knows? Jason, Irish Red, how are you, my friend? Hi, Dave. Hope we all remember that the Rangers match is absolutely nothing to go by. I mean, we both could team up and we still beat Rangers in the Champions League. I really fear for Liverpool today. I don't fear for Liverpool today. I mean, it's not as if we're, going for the league. It doesn't look, really, top four is really our target now, isn't it? Top four is our target, really, I think. No notifications is, yeah, of course. No, I don't think you're ever going to get notifications from YouTube. It's very rare. Does anybody ever get notifications anymore? I don't know. It's crazy. It's just madness. I think you have to turn them on, the bell on or something. And even then, you don't get them. But don't talk to me about notifications on YouTube. It's got a really good feeling about today, lads. See, that's it. Yeah, of course, it's saying he's a good feeling. Some of the guys are saying we're going to get smashed. So it's a real mixed bag of what they think is going to happen today. And as I say, nobody really knows what's going to happen today. And we're all really looking for the team. I think it's important. About an hour just before kick-off to see what the 11 is, what the bench is like, who City have, what's going to happen. So it's hard to pre-talk about it. We know City have been in great form, so Haaland's been in ridiculous form. It is Anfield, though. It is Anfield. Let's go. We don't lose there, guys. I know you might think we're losing games and doing this and doing that. We've only lost 2 league games all season. We've lost 2 games. The whole year, actually, the calendar year of 2022, we've lost 2 league games. And they were the United game, of course, and the Arsenal game. I thought we were unlucky in the Arsenal game. I really did think we were unlucky. Didn't play well, but unlucky. Could have easily got a draw with that. United, we were absolutely shy. And we still could have got a draw, but we were absolutely shite in that game. But it's going to be really interesting. A win today would be ideal result. Well, obviously, but I wouldn't say no to a draw, says Seth. Tommy Walker in the house. Tommy, how are you? Come on, the Reds. Fuck's sake, season starts today, babe. I've been saying the season starts every week. Tommy, every week the season starts, and then there's a backlog. We go backwards. Andrew Quinn, big game for Nunes. Time for today to step up. Who would you start, guys? Would you go 4-2-3-1? Would you go 4-3-3? Would you go something totally different? Obviously, it depends on who's available and who's fit. Ibu is a big one, as I say, for me. But are you playing Nunes? Are you going Jota, Salah? Obviously Diaz is out for a few months, so that's a big blow as well. But Bobby's been playing really well. I'd play him just in behind. I mean, the front four that we have now, Jota, Bobby, Salah, Nunes, nice. It would have been nice to have Diaz, but Elliott's been decent. He had a good game against Rangers. But it's hard, as comment was said a few minutes ago. It is hard to talk about the Rangers game because it was Rangers. Our first half wasn't great against Rangers, by the way. We were terrible. We could have been 2-1 down at half time. Might have been a different game, but we weren't great against Rangers. You know what I mean? Second half, once Bobby scored, went 2-1, quick fire goals, bang, 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 bang. 6 minutes, hat trick from Salah. It was over. Rangers, the intensity they used up in the first half, they wouldn't be used to that intensity. You know, really killed them, and they did no legs second half. So that's what really killed Rangers. So it's hard to go by that. But it's confidence. You just got to take the confidence, bottle the confidence out of it. No matter who you play away in the Champions League, it's always going to be hard. And bottle the confidence. Bobby terrifies City. No one knows what to do with him in form. Bobby has a great record against City. So I'd be surprised if Bobby gets a goal today. I'd play Mo, Bobby, and Nunez and Jota. Or Carvalho. I wouldn't start Carvalho today. I just wouldn't. He looked a little bit out of place. He's only a young lad, of course, but in a big game like this, he's good to have on the bench last 20, 25. Gives you that fresh legs coming on, even Elliott as well. I'd rather have those young lads on the bench, you know, with 20 to go. I really would. And with a 5-sub rule, we can use 5 subs, so can City. But I would rather a Carvalho type. Now, Elliott could be a shout today. I mean, it's possible. He's been playing well. He's been one of our shining stars, really, hasn't he? Him and Diaz, before Diaz got fit, were two of our outstanding sort of players. Not that anybody was really outstanding, but you know what I mean, since the start of the season. So Elliott has definitely got a shout today, but we shall see. If we win tonight, we might turn our season around. I can see that coming, says Loud Mouth Football. Hope you're right, my friend. I hope you're right. I'd like to go with the idea of 4 up front. He might do it. He might go 4-2-3-1 to say, listen, this is what I'm sticking with. I'm going with it. You know, he might throw out the conservative midfield that he always does at big games at home, and he's been doing for the last 2 or 3 seasons. To be fair, got his results, but he might just think the legs aren't quite there in midfield. I mean, obviously Henderson's not getting any older. Fabinho, he's been in and out of form, and Thiago, yes, great passer of the ball and stuff, but energy, will he give you that energy? He might just say, listen, I'm going with the 4 up front and just keep their defence. Now, defensively, they're not absolutely fantastic at the back. Obviously, that's their weak point. We can get at them. I mean, United scored 3 goals against them. Could have had 4 or 5 against them that day. I know they beat them 6-3 and probably slacked off a bit. They were 6-1 up at one stage. But I think we can get at them, and it depends on what he does. If he does go 4 up front, you've got no attackers left on the bench then to change it really, other than young Carvalho, you know, and Elliott. So if he does go Nunez up front on his own, and the 3 boys behind him, Salah, Jota, you know, and Bobby, and then goes either a Thiago, Fabinho, or a Thiago and a Hendo. I mean, it's really interesting. I don't know what he's going to do, and that's good because Pep's thinking like us. Is he going to go 4-3-3? Is he going to go 4-2-3-1? What's he going to do? What's he doing? A lot of people are going for the 2-2 draw today, but John Conway, Liverpool 2, Manchester City 1. Let's go, boys and girls. Let's go. Hit the like, hit the share. Liz Golden, happy match day, says Liz from sunny Florida. I hope you're well, Liz. Yeah, I'm having a nice cup of coffee here. It's a Sunday morning coffee. A little brunch chat about the Liverpool City game. As I say, 3-2 Liz is gone, 3-2. Liz Golden, 3-2 Liverpool. I like your optimism. Wow, that would be some game. That'd be beautiful. Another hat-trick from Mosalah, the king of Egypt. But it's just important. I think the performance is important as well today. I mean, even if we did get beaten, put in some sort of bleeding performance and not be 3-4-5-0. It'll send you backwards. You know, all you've done, you've built up and ready to rock. You're going backwards again. You know, at some stage, we've got to start building and getting a few results together. I think it's a perfect game for us today in a way. As I say, West Ham midweek in Anfield, that'd be rocking after we get a result today. And then Forest away next week. 4-3 Liverpool, a match that goes down in Premier League history. Wow. 5-4 maybe. 4-3. Now that would be any type of win today. I'll take your hand off. Tally ho, Dave. 3 points, 4-0. Nunez hat-tricks is Gary Richards. Ever the optimist. Absolute optimist. And the good one was John. If he's still in the chat here, John Glasgow. Red's chat actually predicted 7-1. The Liverpool to beat Rangers 7-1 midweek. He was on a live show and they were asking, you know, predictions, and he called out 7-1. I mean, you should have put money on that. You would have got some odds. My God. Wow. I think he said 3-2. A 3-2 win for Liverpool for this one. Mosalah 5-4 Liverpool win. I would absolutely take that. Look, it's one of those games. It's exciting. It's a bit terrifying as well. I suppose it's exciting and terrifying at the same time because if City turn up, Haaland turns up, it could get messy, that type of way. I just can't think the Liverpool players we've been, toe to toe with City in the last 4 years in particular, and there's been a point here and there, and there's, you know, I just can't see Liverpool folding against City today. I just can't see it. I think Liverpool will turn up today. I really do. Whether they win or draw or get a result, but they'll turn up. They'll turn up. Absolutely. Set gaming and football. Who's the standout player this season for you guys? Get your comments in on that one. Hit the like, hit the share. Let's get it up to 20 likes. We're on 15 at the moment. Let's get that like button up to 20 before the end of the stream. So 5 more likes. Well, I mean, obviously Diaz was brilliant up until the injury. I thought Diaz was really good. Young Harvey Elliott has been really good. But Bobby, no look Firmino. I mean, out of nowhere, people are saying get rid of him. They gave him an extra year. I mean, he's gone next summer if they don't give him another year. The way it looks like they're going to give him another year, doesn't it? But Bobby's been brilliant. I mean, he's been, not only his goals, it's his link-up play. The ball is sticking to him now. I mean, end of last season and stuff, when people were saying get rid of him, the ball was bouncing off him. He couldn't control the ball. He never mind score goals. So Bobby throwing in those goals, you got that big smile with the big white teeth on his face, is huge for Liverpool. I think Bobby's been a big bone, especially with Diaz out. Bobby, for me, has been unbelievable. Adrian stood out on the bench. Says, yeah, of course. I think everybody's in complete agreement with Bobby Firmino so far being our player that has been unbelievable. I mean, Mo's been under par. Take away the hat-trick midweek, but he's been under par. We need him to kick on. Nunez, I think, is just settling in. I think he will. Set a goal today would really settle him in even better, wouldn't it? But Bobby will stay for another 2 years, says Gary. Yeah, I think they'll do the rolling year contract with Bobby. Depends on if someone comes in with a decent offer in January, or something like that, because he's only less than a year left. So, but I think the rolling offer. I think his kids and his wife are settled. So it's not as easy as just saying, yeah, I want to go. A bit of Brazilian flair is never going to be a bad thing to set gaming. No, it is not a bad thing. We know all about Brazilian flair, don't we? What's a good return for Nunez this season, all things considered? I think overall, I think he'll get 20 goals. Like, that's including cup goals, Champions League goals. I think he'll get 20. I think he'll get about 12, 13, 14 league goals, and then throw 5 or 6 cup goals in. I hope he gets more, but it's just that start for him as well. I mean, he looked good, looked fresh. He got the goal in the Community Shield against City, remember, and everyone was ready to roll. The Fulham game, goal on his debut, made a goal, got a goal, and then got sent off against Palace, which sent him backwards, didn't it? He could have just kicked off from there. He had to restart again, but he's been okay. I mean, lovely goal the other night, great goal against Rangers the other night. What a flick from Bobby. So it's about building up a partnership. He's a young lad. He doesn't speak English. He's Uruguayan, so he speaks, I think, Spanish, isn't it? Spanish, obviously, a lot of Spanish speakers. Thiago, and there's a lot of Spanish speakers in the squad. All the Brazilians speak Portuguese, but he probably speak a bit of Spanish too. So that'll come. The link-up play. He's young. He's only a young lad. He's a big lad. I think he's 2 kids. His wife just had a baby recently. So, there's a lot of big change going on there. But I think he'll come good for us. I think a goal today would make it even easier for him to come good for us, wouldn't it? Another goal against City today. He got one in the Charity Shield. But I've no real issue with Ed Nunez. I just think he's got to fit into the system. We're trying to change the system for him. It's not easy either. So I think he'll be okay. 3-0 is my prediction for today. I think we'll come out all guns blazing. We haven't got anything to lose, only to gain, says Seth. Well, that's what I'm thinking, but they want to come out all guns blazing too quick because they can catch it on the counter, can't they? You know what I mean? So I think it's a game of chess, first 10-15. Try not let in the goal that we've always let in, first 10-15. So I think if it's 0-0 after 15 or better, we're 1-0 up, we've got a really good chance, I really do think we've been better in second half. So if we can even be 0-0 at half time or 1-1 at half time, our second halves have usually been better, predominantly. Not in all games, but in most games, second half has been decent. So it's really interesting now. And I think the big one for me is going to be who we have on the bench to change it, who he starts with. Does he go 4-3-3? Does he go 4-2-3-1? Does Ibu start? Does Tsimikas play on the right-hand side? Does Gomez play? Does he go to 3 boys in the midfield with not as much legs, or does he go 4-2-3-1 and play Nunez up front? I mean, there's huge questions to be asked. Huge questions. and we won't get them answered. You hear trickles coming out on Twitter, always get trickles of the team news, and it's usually correct at about 20 past 3. So before everyone gets it at half 3, I usually get it at about 20 past 3. There's 2 or 3 people I follow who always have the right news, and I get the piece of paper that the reporters and the press are handed. So I wonder if Klopp will give the obligatory 1-goal advantage he seems to be so fond of. Can't give them to that today. Cannot give City any of that. Crick D, what's happening, Dave? Big Nat at centre-back with or Gomez centre-back. Milner right-back. What's going to happen in the back four is going to be critical. This is Crick D. Hit the like, hit the share. 3 more likes to get to 20, baby. 3 more likes to get up to 20. Let's go. Yeah, but my back four, if Ibu is available, was Ibu, Van Dijk, Robbo and Tsimikas. Tsimikas, even though he's left-footed, play him over on the right-hand side. He can play there. But if Ibu is not available, Gomez goes in with Van Dijk. And I'd still play Robertson and Tsimikas. I mean, the only difference is whether Gomez plays centre-half beside Van Dijk or plays right full. That's the only difference for me if Ibu's fit or isn't fit. I think that explains that one. But then you still get the issue of, does he play the 3 midfielders or the 2 holding midfielders? Or does he play the 3 up front, or does he go with the 3 and the 1 in behind with Núñez up front? So there's a lot. But as I'm sure Klopp, we're thinking about it here being Liverpool fans. I'm sure Pep is thinking about it sitting in the hotel this morning. What's he going to do? Okay, he's got the Anfield crowd behind him. 4 o'clock, the lights will be on, 4:30, ready to roll. We don't have a great record there. This is Pep overthinking himself. We don't have a great record there. They don't have a great record. They're not in great form, Liverpool, but they could turn up on the day. They could just get it together. It could just work out for them today. And here's Pep. I was going to say he's losing hair, but he's already lost. His eyebrow hair is falling out thinking about it. So I'm hoping he's overthinking. I hope he's reading the intensity book. I hope he's really gets a nice, coming in the pyro boys with the coach coming in. Just to say, you're coming to Anfield here, boys. We're not in great form, but we're going to give you a game today. And I think that is important for Liverpool. That is super important. Have a great rest of the day, mate, and we will see what the result will be later on. As you said, Anfield will be bouncing, as always, and what a result this could be. You never set, you're absolutely right. As I say, I'll probably do an instant match reaction straight after the game, probably 5-10 minutes straight, maybe even straight as soon as the whistle goes, but I'll definitely do a reaction to the game, and might even do a reaction to the team, the lineup, do a quick reaction to the lineup an hour before the game. But I mean, it's a huge game, it's a huge day. For Liverpool. Not quite what it has been in years. I think we're just searching for results. We're searching for the right formation. We're searching for just that little piece of magic. And let's hope it comes today at Anfield. Let's hope it comes today at Anfield, because the world will be watching. This is the big game today, isn't it? This is the big one today. United lose, it's always gives us a lift. So let's hope Newcastle can give them a hiding. This is Crick D. Yeah, that's another interesting one as well. Is it at Newcastle? Is it at St James's Park today? I think it is. Newcastle will give them a game. I mean, look at Newcastle. We know what Klopp said midweek, that Liverpool can't live at Man City because of the money. And I mean, he's right. It's as simple as that. I mean, I have to leave on this. People keep talking about transfer fees and saying that Haaland only cost 55 million or whatever it was, and that Núñez cost potentially 80-something million. That's not the point. The point is what the bonuses, what the fees are, and what the wages is. That's where it's a whole package. It's not just about the transfer fee. I heard yesterday that Haaland is on something like 900,000 a week. If you take into account all his bonuses, win bonuses, goal bonuses, and everything. When you take all that into account, 900,000 a week over 4 or 5 years. Are you joking me? His dad got a handout, a few million. His agent got some 40 million or something. Stop. Núñez is on, I think, 170 million. Something like that. 5 times less wages than Haaland. City can pay the wages. City are not afraid to pay 500,000, 900,000 a week to a player. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous to think anything other than, the price, they're similar. Why didn't Liverpool do it? They don't pay 900,000 million or 900,000. I mean, Salah, took ages to get Salah on 350 a week, and that's the highest, probably the highest it'll ever be, 350 a week. I mean, nearly 3 times it. Haaland's on nearly 3 times that wages. It's absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. It's at Old Trafford today, so it's United and Newcastle at Old Trafford, but still, I think Newcastle will give them a game anyway, doesn't it? Dave, do you watch the under-18s? I get fleeting bits on LFC TV, not a huge amount. I don't have bleeding time, to be honest. I know there's one or two young lads, really. Cannier, one or two really good young lads coming up through. There's another guy, Trent Doherty. He's an Irish guy, and he looks really good as well. There's one or two little gems there. To make that jump from 18s up into Liverpool's team is a huge jump. We know Harvey's done it and stuff like that, and players have done it. But even if you're looking good in 18s at that level and you're really looking good and you look better than everything that's on the pitch, doesn't guarantee or automatically, that you're going to be brilliant. Another player we're thinking about, Calvin Ramsey. I mean, what's happened to him? Calvin Ramsey, we bought him as fullback cover for Trent. Would have been a perfect game for him today if he would have been fit and had a few games under his belt, but I don't think he's going to throw him in a big game like City, is he? But he's a promising one, that guy. He's only 19. Scottish Young Player of the Year last year for Aberdeen. A lot of teams wanted him. Really good attacking fullback. So interesting to see. But he's been blighted with injuries at his early career already. I mean, we signed him in a slight injury. He didn't do pre-season. Then when he came back, the niggle came back. So let's just hope that niggle goes. There's one player today I'm going to throw into the mix. There's one player that no one has mentioned anywhere today. And he is fit. Because I've seen him in training pictures, and he has a good record against Manchester City from old. And that player is Oxlade-Chamberlain. Now that would be interesting, wouldn't it? Would Oxlade-Chamberlain get a start today? We've seen what he did against City in the past. He's fit. He hasn't kicked the bleeding ball in about 3 years. So, wow, that'd be a risk, wouldn't it? Oxlade-Chamberlain. He's available. Will he play today? Interesting. United losing at Old Trafford is even better. Yeah, that would be a bonus. That just gives you a little bonus, doesn't it? Gives you a little lift, as they say. What's that, 2 o'clock kickoff, I think? Where do you put Ox? Well, it depends on what system he plays, of course. I mean, I don't know what system he's going to play. If he goes 4-3-3, you could play him up on one of the wings. But he hasn't had a lot of football, so to throw him into an intense game like this, more than likely see him coming on last 20 to give us something if we need something. And you've got a bit of experience on the bench. Someone who's played against City loads of times. You all remember the goals against City. Some screamers, actually, and he scored against them. But I'm just throwing that name out there because people have forgotten all about him. He is still at Liverpool, Oxlade-Chamberlain. He's come over his injury. Let's hope he can stay fit. Give us a little bonus, give us a little boost even from the bench to have him on the bench, doesn't it? I mean, a fit Ox and a confident Ox is a player, but we just haven't seen it. We just haven't seen it enough. We've seen fleeting parts of it, just not enough of it. And that would be really good if we could get Ox, maybe last 15, 20, just give us something different. You know what I mean? A Carvalho on the bench as well, and maybe an Elliott. Depends on if they don't start, of course. But Oxlade-Chamberlain, no one's mentioned him really, and I did see him in training pictures on Friday, looking happy and smiling, and he's putting his name in there, but I don't know. Obviously, Klopp knows, looking at him in training, and is he ready for such a big game like this? To throw him in a big game like this would be a real wow moment, wouldn't it, guys? Let's get that likes up to 20, baby, before we cut the stream off. We're on 17. Let's get it up. 3 more likes, baby. Let's go. But as I say, feeling positive about today. And people might call me mad and say, what are you talking about? How are you so positive about today? But feeling positive enough today. As I say, we have to see the starting lineup. We have to see what way Klopp is going to approach this game. We've got to see, is he going all out and going gung-ho and say, listen, let's just go for it. Let's see what happens, which is unusual for Klopp, to be honest. He's usually conservative in big games. He really is. If Ox were finally back to form, that would be a huge help, says Liz. Exactly. I mean, yeah, absolutely. It just gives us extra numbers. He can play in midfield or he can play up front. He can play anywhere across the front 3 line, really, So it just gives us numbers, and that's so important to us at the moment with a few players out. I mean, Diaz is out till Christmas. Trent's out for another 2 or 3 weeks. Matip's out for another 2 weeks. Naby Keita, well, who knows? That's the question on that one. Who knows, So it's it's options. It's all about options, giving you those options on the bench to change games. And with the 5 sub rule, you can basically change your whole team nearly, well, half the team in the second half of a game if it's not going quite the way. But really, really, really got to cut out these messy, silly handing teams goals, because you can't hand City. I mean, they're good enough to be handing them stuff. We got to make them work for the goals. We got to make them sweat for the goals. We've got to make them use so much energy up for the goal if they get a goal that, it's going to be hard to get a second goal, rather than just giving them the goal, letting them run through, or terrible marking or a silly pass in midfield to nobody in particular, that type of thing. We've got to be on our A game to get any result today, even a draw. To get any result against this City side, we've got to be on our A game. BC games just won't be good enough today. It's as simple as that. Got to be on our A game today. And I believe we will be. I believe we will be. I think Anfield will be absolutely rocking. Sunday afternoon, autumnal. It's getting chilly. The winter's coming in. Under the lights. Liverpool under the cosh a bit at the moment. We need points on the board. We only got 10 points. We need points on the board, guys. We need points on the board, no matter what. Anything else we're talking about. We need to get a bit of confidence, get the points on the board, and we've got to start here today. West Ham midweek won't be easy either. So a result today gives you confidence going into the West Ham game and going forward. It's going to be a crazy season with, World Cup in November. I mean, it's just absolutely madness, the World Cup in November, isn't it? It's crazy. It really is crazy. So it's going to be interesting, as I say, and I'm really looking forward to the game. I'll try to do a little starting 11 trick an hour before, and I definitely will do an instant match reaction to the game. And let's hope it's a funny, chilled, fantastic instant reaction for Liverpool fans anyway. It's getting chilly here. It's down to 80 degrees. What? In Florida, yeah. Sunny Florida. Yeah, no, I wouldn't say it's really chilly here, but it's just slightly starting to change, Autumnal. The leaves are falling and it's, a bit dull, and it's, the winter is coming. The winter, let's hope it's not as bad a winter. But a lot of people giving up about gas and electricity bills, and especially in Europe, with the war on in Ukraine and gas problems and stuff like that. And if we get a bad winter, there could be problems, I suppose. Let's hope it's not too bad, because over here in Ireland, sometimes you get a mild winter. It's not too bad at all. You don't even see snow much, and sometimes you do. So let's hope it's the one you don't see snow too much, or you don't see too cold temperatures. But we shall see. We can't control it, I suppose. 2 more likes, guys. Just 2 more likes, and we're in. 2 more likes for 20 likes, and I'd be a happy camper. And we can probably call this a day. And I'll be on later on, of course, for more build-up chat about the Super Reds against Manchester City. So City Haaland is the one to watch today. City Haaland's the one to watch, obviously. A lot of people saying, obviously, Van Dijk has not been himself. Me, for one, I just don't think his body language, has been quite there at it. But today, if he steps up, he doesn't want to lose that record of never losing a Premier League game at Anfield. He doesn't want to lose it today. He just does not want to lose it today. Thanks, Liz. Hit that like button, says Liz. He doesn't want to lose it today. We want a Van Dijk up Haaland's arse today. That's what we want. We want him to know he's coming to Anfield. I'm sure he'll know all about it. He played there for Salzburg, didn't he? He scored actually for Salzburg in that game in the Champions League a few years ago. So it's going to be huge. It's going to be really, really interesting today. It's one of those games you're looking forward to and dreading at the same time, isn't it? Looking forward to and dreading at the same time. It's happy match day. It's Liverpool City at Anfield. And let's hope the crowd get behind Liverpool. Let's hope we start fast, the right intensity, pick the right team, or whoever comes out on the pitch at that stage plays out of their bloody, out of their shorts today, because we'll need it. We'll need to be that good. We'll need City to be a little bit below par, us to be on, really A game to get a result today. Really do. But you just never know in football, do you? That's the great thing about football. You never know. It's a one-off game. Anything can happen. I'm not really, I'm not overconfident at the same time, because, as I say, anything could happen. If City turn up, Haaland turns up, it could be wow. Anticipation and anxiety equally, says Liz. 20 likes now. Let's go. Mosalah. I know it's actually 19, but it doesn't matter. Almost. But look, hit the like, hit the share, get people in. As I say, I will go live for an instant match reaction straight after the game. Hopefully give your notifications on. But I don't know with notifications on YouTube what way it works. Some work, some don't. Some come on, some don't. It's just absolutely crazy at times, and I don't know what way they do it. There's the 20 likes, baby. Let's go. 20 likes in the house. Thank you very much for popping in. As I say, it was only meant to be a 10-minute stream. We're 40 minutes in nearly already, 39 minutes. Already done. Carl Erasure in the house. Thank you very much, Carl. Hope you're well. How 21 Mosalah. Look, guys, the main thing today is we turn up. We're going to leave you on this. We turn up. We don't let in silly goals first 10, 15. The crowd is ready to rock, which I'm sure it will be. We get Pep Guardiola overthinking it today. Let him overthink it. Let him pull out that little 1 or 2 hairs he still has left in his head. Let him read intensity. Let the coach come in with a bit of pyro. the crowd ready to roll. You know, all these things. Let him overthink it. Let him overthink. Let Pep overthink it. He's done it before. He'll do it again. Let him think it's 4-3-3. Let him think it's 4-2-3-1. You know, let him overthink it. Klopp, you just sit there, you pick your best 11 available and tell them to go out, try win and enjoy it. No huge pressure because it's not as if we're going for the league. So that type of sort of pressure's off, but there's also the pressure of don't want to lose another game or we don't want to lose at Anfield. That type of pressure, you know, we rarely lose at Anfield. You know, so Van Dijk's record, we're going to keep that intact, don't we? For another week at least. But it's going to be interesting. I cannot wait. I absolutely cannot wait for it. I was going to do a watch along, still could do a watch along, but it takes so much out of you. I mean, you're live for 2 hours, your voice goes. I'm here 40 minutes talking. A watch along is non-stop talking. I mean, corner kick, free kick, you rarely get a chance. Anybody who does a watch along deserves absolutely kudos and brilliance because it's 2 hours, maybe longer than 2 hours, 2:15, 2:20 of solid talking, and your voice just goes. Everything okay, bro? Seems you've had a cold and coughing still here. A scotch would help. I actually don't have a cold. It's just this voice. I've been doing so many bloody interviews and chats over the last, say, 2-3 weeks that no, it actually isn't. It actually isn't. But it's just this gravelly voice, radio voice, live. It is 98 FM. Maybe it's a radio voice. I don't know. Maybe I should do radio with a microphone. It would sound even better. I'm just using an iPhone here. This is an iPhone. This is just an iPhone. Most of the time I use the iPhone. It's absolutely brilliant for it. It's a good ad for iPhone. Really brilliant. The quality's good. Is the picture good? And is the audio good? That's all I use. iPhone. Sometimes laptop. Most of the time. Most of them. I'm actually thinking of buying a microphone. You can buy a small little microphone on Amazon. I think it's only about €50. It connects. There's a little connector connects to your iPhone. And it's a tiny little microphone. And you can talk to people outside the pub or inside the pub about the match and stuff like that. And it goes straight up to something like 50 feet, something like that. You can talk to them and it's brilliant. I'm going to get that. That'd be really good to have, wouldn't it? Maybe outside Anfield someday. But that would be good. Just mix it up, basically. Mix it up. Where are you going to watch the match, says Mo? At home. I think I'll just watch it at home. As I said, I might do a watch along, but I doubt it. I'll probably do an instant match reaction and a starting 11 type show. But at home. On my 55-inch Samsung. That's probably where I'll watch it at home. Watching a big game in a pub can be crazy sometimes, you know. You get a lot of hassle from arseholes and United fans. And if it's a big game like Liverpool City, as City don't have a huge amount of fans, you'll get other fans coming in just to see. You know that type of thing. You'll get the likes of, like United, Liverpool are huge here. There is City fans. My father-in-law and brother-in-law are big, huge City fans since the 70s, so they're proper City fans, you know. This is like going back to Malcolm Allison days. These are like, different level, but mainly Liverpool, United, Celtic, Arsenal, decent little Spurs over here. But I'll be definitely watching it at home. Will you have a drink after the win, Dave? I might have a beer if they win, if they get a result. I might. Then again, you might need a beer to drown your sorrow, so I don't know. I work in the morning, baby. We shall see. Bayern is also under pressure here. Things will get worse for the coach if they lose later. And there's the El Clasico. I think Real Madrid play Barca. Barca, don't you, at the Bernabeu today? Not much talked about. I know Barca are a bit of on the downturn again. And there's a lot of talk about De Jong coming to Liverpool. Don't know whether you've seen that. De Jong, who of course pulled out of United deals when he was going to United in the first place. Who knows? But would you like De Jong at Liverpool? I mean, not everybody's holding out for Jude Bellingham, but I mean, maybe bring De Jong in January and bring Jude Bellingham next summer. There's your two midfielders, bang, sorted out. But I mean, it's going to be a big window. I think we bring someone in January. I do. I mean, the Artemella one just didn't work. It didn't work, guys. I mean, he's out. He's out now till Christmas, and he could go back to Juve in January. It just did not work for the poor lad, did it? I mean, he didn't look great in training, apparently. We signed him. He hadn't played in 4 or 5 months. I mean, that was a stopgap signing. That was a mistake. It looks like it was a mistake. I was hoping it would work, but it just looks. Classico and PSG Marseille as well. It is a day for football. It is a fantastic day of live football today. But of course, the big game we're worried about is at Anfield at 4:30. It's Liverpool, Manchester City. With all eyes on other games, of course. Yeah, all eyes on other games. So much football on telly nowadays that it's so hard to even be watching some of the games. That's why I've got to literally just focus in on Liverpool The only time I'd get is to focus straight in on Liverpool when Liverpool are playing. One would give Klopp a bear hug if he pulls off the De Jong, Dave. Well, maybe. I don't know. I don't know enough about De Jong. I know he's a good player. He was great in that good Ajax side, of course, and never really got a chance much at Barca. But United wanted him, I know. But I think we really want Jude Bellingham, don't we? We want that energy. We want the Jude Bellingham sign. I think he can write the Mbappe signing off. I don't think it's going to happen, lads. I know. Look, I don't even want them. I mean, I'll be here first to say it. He brings too much baggage. I don't want players with baggage coming to Liverpool. His entourage with 20 people long. I mean, don't want to. I mean, he's telling the PSG players what to do. Klopp wouldn't put up with him. There's no chance. No chance, Mbappe. Never mind his wages, 500,000 or 600,000 a week, or whatever the fee would be, even if Nike would pay half of it. I can't see the Mbappe one. Everybody keeps talking about it. It keeps going viral, and LeBron James and all this. But look, he's a top-class player. Of course he is. But his entourage, he's moaning behind the scenes. If he's left out of a game, he nearly ruined the dressing room. So I just don't see that one. I see the Jude Bellingham one, even though it's big money. Be 120, 130 million plus big wages. But I can see the Jude Bellingham one. That would make more sense to me. When's the game? What time? Gundit News. My Arsenal buddy is in the house. Hit the like, hit the share. The game is at 4:30 at Anfield today. It is Liverpool, Manchester City. The Northwest Derby. Well, sort of. 4:30 UK time today. So we're still, what are we? 4 hours 20 away. A good long way to go. But you'll hear the trickles from the players leaving Kirby in the bus. Someone will see Ibu on the bus and someone will see no sign of Ibu type of thing. And then it'll just trickle down to Twitter eventually whether Ibu's available or not for today. But it's a big game today, guys. And I, for one, I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to sign off here, but put your notifications on, even though they don't work. We'll do a starting 11. I'll certainly do something for starting 11. And I will do something for an instant match reaction of the big one. I'm positive. Dave, shout out my G. Gundit News, my bro, in the house. Hopefully you're well. Just be on Arsenal Fan Circle, of course, with Ray and the boys. Absolute legends over there. And the Arsenal boys are happy at the moment. The Arsenal boys must be happy at the moment because they're doing really well. But I just think the City team is a different level. I mean, this team could pull away and this could become a Farmers League. It really could become a Farmers League. If they pull away after Christmas and win the league by, 10, 12 points, it's not good for the league, is it? It's not good for Sky Sports. It's not good for BT Sports. It's not good for anybody. You've got to have someone. And we've been the team the last 4 years. Can someone else step up? It's sometimes funny you sign new players and later good results came lining up the old players. Well, apparently we're backing you to beat City, says Gundit. Well, you would do that. You're an Arsenal fan, wouldn't you? You're hoping we can get even a draw today, obviously. We're not doing it for Arsenal. We're doing it for Liverpool because we need the points. We need the points today. Liverpool need the points. We need to get a result. We've only got 10 points. We've 8 games played. I mean, 10 points is ridiculously bad for Liverpool. We need a result today. Even a draw, to be honest, is no good because it's only a point. But against a team like City, it would be a good point, But home games in the league, no matter who you're playing, you've got to be winning them. That's the way Klopp will look at it. That's the way I'm sure the players will look at it. It doesn't matter. You're at Anfield, guys. No excuses. Put your team out. Crowd will be behind you. The stadium will be behind you. No excuses. You've got to perform today. You've got to put in your A game. You've got to have your A game and ready to rock. Because be sure City will. Pep will have them ready to rock and say this is, because I think he had an interview earlier, he was saying that this is one of the hardest games of the season. Of course it is, because you don't have a good record there. Will you please wish my daughter Sophie happy birthday, says Mo. Happy birthday to Sophie. What age is Sophie today? Wow. Let's hope we can get 3 points for Sophie's birthday today, guys. Let's go. 3 points for Sophie's birthday. That would be absolutely brillo. And Sophie can have a nice birthday cake with 3 points for Liverpool. Wouldn't that be fantastic? Yeah, absolutely, Sophie. But as I say, guys, I'm actually getting a little bit more confident as the stream goes on. I was thinking maybe a score draw, a Desmond 2-2, something like that. Didn't get that one? No, something like that. But look, it's hard to say without you see the lineup and what way Klopp's going to go with it, isn't it? It's hard to say. And it's even harder to predict what will happen on the bloody pitch because anything can happen between these two. Anything can happen. It can go either way. It's just Schrodinger's cat. Is it alive or is it dead, or is it dead and alive at the same time? Is it a win? Is it a draw? Both at the same time. You know, the type of thing. I'm talking about physics there. But look, just all I want from the players, I'm going to leave you on this, guys. All I want from whoever starts today, whoever's in the 11, is to go in, get the atmosphere from the crowd, get the confidence from the crowd. Don't be afraid. Don't do anything silly, especially the first 15, and go and take your chances today. We will create chances, but we've had games where we have not taken them. We took them all against Rangers. We've had games where we've had as many chances. Even the Anfield game against Rangers, I mean, we could have won that 7-1 as well, only for McGregor in goal. So you've got to take your chances today, Liverpool. When they come, you won't get a huge amount against City. You might get 2 or 3. You've got to take at least 2 of them. You've got to, because we know Haaland will take them. He'll take the chances. That's true, no doubts. No doubt motivation is here, and our 12 players here give full support. I should give Liverpool a 5-minute, motivational speech just before the game. Now, wouldn't that be nice, standing in the middle of the circle, all the players around you? Let's go, baby. Let's get the team together. Let's rock and roll. Get the crowd behind you. That would be a dream. But no matter walking in 5 minutes before the game and giving a little 60-second speech, it'd be like a speech at your wedding type of thing, best man speech, and getting the players ready to rock and roll. That would be absolutely brilliant. You never know. You just never know. Hit the like, hit the share. I'm going to go. I'm confident. I'll do a little chat, I suppose, for the starting 11, and definitely instant match reaction for the big one today. Liverpool City. Liverpool, let's go. Get a result. Let's beat them. Let Pep overthink it, and let Liverpool win it. This means more. Stay safe. Talk soon. Liverpool to get a result today, guys. Positive result. Hopefully a win. I'd take the draw, but realistically, it's all about 3 points in football, isn't it, guys? It's all about 3 points, and that is what we want. Cheers, guys.